r/AskReddit. If heaven exists, what's the first thing you'd do? Open up my phone and check out the local Pokestop situation. I'm hoping it's good since it's heaven. TBH, I've never even allowed myself to think about this before. But probably hug my mom. Ask God himself, how's the economy here? While I tuck into a bag of Cheetos. Look and find Christ ASAP. Sleep. Say, this place is nice as hell. Edit. Holy crap on crackers. Thanks for all the awards. I am gonna go eat a chocolate wafer now. Finally, no tinnitus anymore. Boobs. I'll be shocked about the fact that someone was always watching me. Always. I do want to meet my son. He didn't make it into this world. He has a full name. And I want to meet my first child and hold him tight. His first name is Edward. I'm flying fast as fuck, boy. Ask my childhood friend Kavan for a race. He used to beat me handily when we're younger. 9 to 13. And had always brag. When I got older and faster I moved away, so I was never able to race him again. We arranged for a race, but he was shot multiple times and bound to a wheelchair until he passed a few years ago. I want to race him both in our prime. Hug my daughter. Certainly I wouldn't spend every waking hour slaving away to make money for some rich guy. I'd probably just go on an adventure. Explore endless worlds. Work on my hobbies. Everything we could do in real life if we weren't slaves. Heaven to me is just the life I have now if I was allowed to have it. Find my old cat Vegeta, my dad, and my grandpa. Then it's time for Backstreet's Back Alright! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Build a house far away from everyone else. Go looking for my unborn baby. Let 'em know how much they are loved. Observe. Pet my dog. Hopefully, all my pets who died would be my welcoming committee, and I'd hug each one. Can I experience an old-time World Fair like from the late 1800s or early 1900s? Give my mum and dad a big hug. #REFUND. Find my grandma. Fall to the ground right there sobbing from the only relief from the constant existential dread I've ever experienced since being a small child. Play with all the dogs I grew up with in my family. Especially my first own dog Scully, who died from some sort of disease almost overnight. My parents had to take her to the vet and put her to sleep. I remember being so upset I didn't go. Which is the first and only time I didn't go whenever we had to go for that reason. I regret not going to this day. Find my mum. Meet Garrus at the bar for a drink. I'm finna go find that guy's wife. Edit. Bro, WTF happened? In heaven, Bionicle was never discontinued. It is eternal happiness. Look for my sisters and then my grandparents. Gonna have to catch up on hugs. Exclamation mark. Enjoy my healthy back without pain. Say hello to the dogs I've lost, who I am sure will be there. In all reality? Probably cry for about 30 minutes because the biggest existential fear at the very core my humanity has now been lifted. If heaven exists. Like 50% of the awesomeness is just the very fact that it exists. Try cursing. Holy mother forking shirt balls. Asterisk. Ask God what life was good for. Pet my old dogs. Find reception to ask if I can see my stats. Number of steps taken. Heartbeats. Blinks. The amount of times I've had certain thoughts. Edit. I didn't realize this would blow up. People are talking about a show episode that aired before I was even born. I didn't even know this thought was already a thing. Also, thanks for the awards. I don't really use Reddit, so I DK how I should react to this, so I am sorry if I don't seem excited enough. I've always thought it would be cool if you could replay your life like a movie but in sandbox mode. Like, what would the circumstances of my death be if I had done X instead of Y at age 20? I'm not as much interested in the middle and the substance of my life with these variables. just how it ends differently, who I'm with, how it happens, etc. Embrace my sweet wife and tell her how proud I am of the kids. 2 chicks at the same time, man. I thought, why is this post +18? But people really can do it. Try to play Smoke on the Water on my harp. Find my son and have a beer with him. Something we never got to do in real life. What's the Wi-Fi password? Find both of my grandpas and give them the biggest hugs. They both passed unexpectedly within a few months of each other a couple years back. Both of them were incredible men that endured crazy hardships during their childhoods, but worked hard to be successful. They both stepped in to raise children that weren't theirs. My dad's dad raising me, and my mom's dad actually being her stepdad, but the only dad she ever really knew. My dad's dad was the kindest man I ever met. 100% the kind of guy that would give you the shirt off his back if you asked. My mom's dad was hilarious and a talented storyteller. I grew up rough because my mom was an addict, and my dad suffered from depression and married a woman who was physically abusive towards both him and me, mirroring both my grandfather's upbringings. I am fucking struggling out here with the stuff I went through, and I just want to give them each another hug and tell them how amazing they are for getting through the shit they did and turning out so fucking amazing. And how thankful I am to have had them in my life. I miss them. Hug my son and never let him go. Find the dog section and do all the pats. Find my husband. Give him a huge hug and never let go again. Live are forever together. I fucking love him and miss him so much. Is there a McDonald's here? Is the guy that killed Hitler here? I find that Rainbow Bridge and run across it. I have so many fur babies to hug and kiss. I miss my old pup terribly. Eat clouds. Look for my grandfather. Find Adam and Eve and check if they have navels. Try to find my brother. Man, I miss him. He died in 2020 at age 34. Go have milkshakes on the lesbian cloud. Ask God every question I ever wanted to ask and listen to him explain it to me. Hug my mom and kiss all my dogs. What a fun game it would be to pick out famous people in the crowd. Is that Ted Cruz? He made it to heaven? I'll be damned. I guess they let anyone in here. Edit. 1 away from 666. Oh. Turn to God. Look them directly in the eyes and ask, what the fuck was all that about? Quote. Ask where the line for the reincarnation spinning wheel is and promptly get in line. I hope I get Galapagos tortoise. Find the dogs, and give them hugs for being such good boys. I would begin to worry what I'm going to do, for forever. Find my mom and tell her I am sorry. Find my mom and hug her again. Then find my dog and hug him again, too. I'd track down a bunch of people I knew in life and apologize to them for various things I've said or done. #rest. See my grandson. Find my father. He passed when I was 16. I'd kill to have a mature talk with him now that I'm 23. I never got the chance before. See my little baby boy. I miss him so much. Hold my baby boys. Find my granddad and tell him grandma is getting on well and that she misses him dearly and still speaks to his photo that she has right next to her chair. Then hug him and never let him go. Find God and ask him for a jetpack. Find my cats. Find my girlfriend. She passed away 2 months ago at the age of 23. Demand a one-to-one with His Highness Mr. Mrs. Big Pants. And ask them a series of questions. Why do you give kids cancer? Why do you only let big dogs live small lives? Why, instead of giving us the ability to wage wars, did you not give us the wherewithal to create clean energy sooner? To foster peace instead of hate? Not show up and give us a hand when we struggled instead of just sending the Black Death and making our fuel sources toxic? WTF, did you give kings the power and not the peasants tending their lands? Why only one series of Firefly? Stare God in the eyes and do the helicopter dick. Smoke a joint with Jesus. I don't want to belong to any club that will accept me as a member. Groucho Marx. Probably not get in. Find my dog edit. It's great to see that everyone loves their dog or cat. Take a poo. I'd have a cocktail. Vodka and ginger ale. Then I'd smoke a cigarette 9 miles long. Then I'd kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl. 'Cause this old man is goin' to town. Go see my dead relatives and apologize for everything they've witnessed me do. Then go play with my pets. Talk to God, and see what he looks and sounds like. Subscribe for more content.